A shocking verdict has rocked the political landscape of France, as the Paris court's decision to sentence former President Nicolas Sarkozy to prison has sent shockwaves through the nation. This ruling marks a historic first, as Sarkozy becomes the first modern French president to face actual jail time. The court's decision to incarcerate the 70-year-old, despite his intention to appeal, has sparked controversy and raised questions about the limits of justice. The court found Sarkozy guilty of criminal conspiracy, alleging that he was involved in a scheme to finance his 2007 presidential campaign with funds from Libya. In exchange for this financial support, Sarkozy is said to have promised diplomatic favors. This plot, which spanned from 2005 to 2007, has been described as an attempt to undermine public trust in institutions. However, the court also cleared Sarkozy of several other charges, including passive corruption and illegal campaign financing. Despite this, the ruling has left many questioning the boundaries of justice and the impact of such a decision on a former head of state. Sarkozy himself has vehemently denied any wrongdoing, stating, "I am innocent. This injustice is a scandal." He further emphasized his innocence, saying, "Hatred truly knows no bounds." The court's description of Sarkozy's behavior as exceptionally serious has added fuel to the fire, with many wondering about the implications of such a statement. The court's ruling suggests that Sarkozy's actions were not only illegal, but also a threat to the very fabric of French democracy. But here's where it gets controversial. The court couldn't conclusively prove that Libyan money directly funded Sarkozy's campaign. Under French law, this doesn't matter. The intent to engage in a corrupt scheme is enough to constitute a crime. Sarkozy, who served as interior minister before becoming president, has described the financing plot as merely an idea. He claims that he is being convicted for allowing his staff to explore this idea without his direct involvement. And this is the part most people miss. Sarkozy's sentence is not just about him. It's about the broader implications for French politics and the legacy of his presidency. Despite multiple legal scandals, Sarkozy remains a prominent figure in right-wing politics and entertainment, thanks to his marriage to singer and model Carla Bruni Sarkozy. The accusations against Sarkozy date back to 2011, when a Libyan news agency and former dictator Muammar Gaddafi made claims about the secret funding of Sarkozy's campaign. In 2012, a French investigative outlet published a memo allegedly from Libyan intelligence, referencing a €50 million funding agreement. Sarkozy denounced this document as a forgery, but the court's ruling on Thursday suggests otherwise. Investigators also looked into trips made by Sarkozy's associates to Libya during his time as interior minister. In 2016, a Franco-Lebanese businessman claimed to have delivered suitcases of cash from Tripoli to the French Interior Ministry, but later retracted his statement. This reversal is now the subject of a separate investigation into witness tampering. Prosecutors allege that Sarkozy knowingly benefited from a corruption pact with Gaddafi's government. The trial has shed light on France's back-channel talks with Libya in the 2000s, when Gaddafi sought to restore diplomatic ties with the West. Sarkozy has dismissed these allegations as politically motivated and based on forged evidence. He has suggested that these accusations are a form of retaliation for his call for Gaddafi's removal as president of France. Sarkozy was an early advocate for military intervention in Libya during the Arab Spring protests of 2011. He has questioned the credibility of statements made by those he calls liars and crooks, including members of the Gaddafi clan. In June, Sarkozy was stripped of his Legion of Honor medal, France's highest award, following his conviction in a separate case. Earlier, he was found guilty of corruption and influence peddling for attempting to bribe a magistrate in exchange for information about a legal case he was implicated in. Sarkozy was sentenced to wear an electronic monitoring bracelet for a year, but was granted a conditional release in May due to his age. In another case, he was convicted of illegal campaign financing in his failed 2012 re-election bid, accused of spending almost twice the legal limit. Sarkozy has denied these allegations and has appealed the verdict to the highest court of cassation, with the appeal still pending. The question remains, is this a fair verdict, or has justice been served too harshly? What are your thoughts on this controversial ruling? Share your opinions in the comments below.